everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Late Night Craft Talk. We are going out beyond the atmosphere for tonight's show. We're talking about Artemis II that just completed and splashed down like 5.5 hours ago.
I know, right? It's exciting.
Yeah, have you looked? It's my clock says 9:53. Are we really 3 minutes late?
Oh shoot! You know what? Apparently we are.
Oh, whoopsie doodles! How many times? I wonder how many times we've been messaged about that. All right, we've already got some viewers popping on. Cool stuff. And I was getting reactions from Maya. Awesome. And I'm going to share is caring. I'm doing it right now. Folks, it's going to be a little late tonight. A little late. We'll explain it. This show, we're a little bit winging it. Just like there. Have you looked at the countdown videos of it?
Ooh, I feel like I'm flying in space.
Yep, that is Artemis II launching on April 1st, right there. The solid rocket boosters going up, just kind of like the shuttle, because using shuttle technology, which we'll talk about tonight. And Maya's Lady shows you on time. We have a kind of a mosaic, kind of like just an anthology, I guess you could say, on our countdown of the Artemis mission, including the splashdown at 4:17. Was it like 4:17 this afternoon? I had to go to the DMV and I rushed back to get back and just went straight to the computer to watch it.
That's cool.
Did you watch it?
No. I was working really hard all day.
Gotcha.
All day. I had meetings upon meetings upon meetings. ASU powwows this weekend, so I've just been running around.
Yeah, ASU's next weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah, it's only a week away. So what we're looking at, folks, is we're looking at the solid rocket boosters going over. It is launching just on the edge of the atmosphere. They disconnect, and we'll see that here with just this neat countdown we got going on. They should be disconnecting any time now. Think the shuttle with those big rockets on the side of the big external tank. That's kind of like this. There's the solid rocket boosters, and boom, away they go. Look at the Earth right there. It's still in the atmosphere, still not in space yet.
It's crazy.
There they go forward away. That's such a great view.
And they're going so fast right now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
If they're on the 10 or highway, they get a speeding ticket.
It's like they're the Rocketeer, but to an nth degree.
Yeah. So there's a beautiful view going over. You can still, look at that. Clouds right down there. I forget what the altitude is, but like the Kármán line, which is a delineator into space from the atmosphere, is 100 kilometers or about 52 miles.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have, we've jumped forward a few days, and this is a side view of actually a GoPro camera on one of the solar panels. You can see part of the European Space Service module to the Orion spacecraft.
They actually put a GoPro on the thing?
They use GoPros, seriously.
Wow.
And then they are approaching the moon.
Bet GoPro is all excited about that.
Oh yeah, GoPros in space. Well, even the astronauts were able to bring their iPhones.
Well, I would think they could bring their iPhones because that's like a really great little handheld camera, really.
Oh, it is. Maya says she didn't get to watch it. Well, you get to watch it, and we'll be reviewing it tonight. So this is them approaching the moon. And like I said, this is kind of an anthology. This countdown is going to have them swinging by the moon and even re-entering the Earth's atmosphere just a few hours ago. Exciting.
That's cool.
Nerd James is going, nerd, 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 nerd.
No.
And apparently so is Princess Leia.
Princess Leia is mad.
Yeah. Can you see the moon getting bigger? You can see the little men on it.
Oh, now I do.
Now we see it. This is actual views of their flyby last Monday. The moon.
Princess Leia's like, you're not going to come and sit you're not going to come and sit on my grandma's lap.
We'll lay down.
All right,
We'll lay down.
I gotta share.
Yes.
Good boy. Stay.
Late night craft talk. I'm sharing. There's going by the moon. Obviously, this is sped up. They're not seeing it going that quick. Okay. Countdown halfway there, folks. Almost showtime. And there's where the solar panel's moving, and the GoPro's looking over there from the European service module all the way to the Orion spacecraft. Look at that! Look at that sunrise. That is the Earthrise.
Earthrise.
Earthrise. Well, you're on the moon.
Yeah,
The
that's
Earth
kind
go
of
up.
you say that.
Some of the views they had. Oh.
Mom, I'm getting your medicine early.
Yeah. Folks, what you're seeing right here is actually the wide view. It's the wide angle the GoPros are known for. What the astronauts were actually seeing was much closer. It was pretty amazing. Look at that. It's timed up and going to the
They
dark
were
side.
probably just losing their mind.
Oh, they were just ecstatic. They were just like, this is crazy. I mean, they had a very ethereal experience on this. And we got a lot of viewers. Countdown, more views. And here, folks, this is the Artemis spacecraft, or the Orion spacecraft, Artemis II. This is them going into Earth's atmosphere just a few hours ago. This is
I'm
only
going
like
to bring it over to your pill cup.
Huh?
I don't know. My mom came over to get pills for me, and I told her I'm
Gotcha.
putting it in her pill cup.
We got 3 minutes and 44 seconds. What's going to be really cool is at the end of this clip, you're going to start seeing the plasma build up when they actually re-enter the Earth's atmosphere. This is just before re-entry.
Awesome.
And they've been watching this morning. They were 50,000 miles from Earth. They're just watching it bigger and bigger and bigger. There's James going, nerd, going, yes. Okay. So we should see this in the clip. Okay.
What you doing, Mom?
I'm watching.
Okay, you're watching it. She's watching. Look at, she's watching it.
Oh, I love it. This is it was a low resolution feed, but this was streaming. Imagine like when the Apollo missions were going, you're limited to like 3 sources of news and you're seeing what's going on, and you couldn't get these live views, and it's so immersive compared to the Apollo missions. Thank you, Internet. Thank you, technology, for advancing to the point of streaming cat videos. And here they're reorientating. We're about to re-enter. We're about to see the plasma build up. Yep, there it is. This is where they start turning into a fireball. And you can see the coloration going right there. That is the beginning of the plasma buildup. They have officially entered Earth's atmosphere at this point. And apparently a pop-up. Okay, there's the capsule. Actually, when it's got done, it's slowing down. It is this afternoon coming for splashdown. That is them. Oh, I was so glued. I was just like, geeking out today. They're coming up. This is when they're still like 20, 30,000 feet. Okay, here they are. You can see the drogue chutes, which starts to straighten the capsule. And then we're about to watch the main chutes deploy for splashdown. That silver stuff you see down there, that's the ocean, folks. This is about 50 to 75 miles, I believe, off the coast of San Diego this afternoon. And pretty soon, all right, there's the drogue chutes, which kind of start stabilizing it. And they'll detach. And then we see the main chutes come out that slow it down to about 19 miles per hour.
I bet you they were relieved when they landed safely.
Oh, heck yeah. We'll be talking about the heat shield problem they have and what they had to do to adapt to that.
I'm sure
And
that
the you see that, the ocean right there coming down. Less than a minute to we start, folks.
actually, it's funny. It kind of looks like a UFO, doesn't it?
Yeah. It looks like one of those transformers that look like a UFO.
It looks like a helmet from Spaceballs.
Wrong color. It's all been charred. What you're seeing right now is some of the excess burn off from the maneuvering thrusters that are venting right now before it lands. This is a thermal image. You ready for countdown, folks? And we're going to have an extra, actually, a few seconds after the countdown starts. Ready countdown, Svea?
Yeah.
All right, starting at, and we're ready for splashdown, folks. At 10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2,
1. Woohoo!
Flashdown, showtime.
Good timing, James.
I'm glad the way it came out that way. We should have opening credits any second now. It's time for Late Night Craft Talk with hosts Svea and James Hermes. On tonight's show, a review of the very recent, ended this afternoon, Artemis II mission, man's return to the moon. Why couldn't the astronaut book a hotel on the moon? Because it was full. It's time to start the show. Geek freak out right now, and I got to turn my camera straight. Geek freak out tonight, folks. This is a fun one for us, at least. Svea's going, that was pretty good. While James is going, boom!
Yes.
And you may be dizzy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. When I was doing the countdown video about 6:30 this afternoon, I lined it up and went, it's right after I wanted to do that, but it went out smoother than I thought. But I was doing a lot of screen recording, getting ready for that countdown.
So welcome everyone to our show, Late Night Craft Talk. We do this show every week, live or recorded. We have a show every week, so make sure to check in at 9:50 every night Pacific, Friday night Pacific time. If you could like and subscribe to our Facebook pages, our YouTube channels, our Twitch channels, and all of our social medias, because then you will know about what's going on with our show, and you'll be notified when we have another live show. And we do this for you, for our we're peers doing this for everyone. So, and we like to tell everyone about what's going on with our businesses, Dancy Bear Indian Trader and Elk Rock Traders. So, James, what is going on with Elk Rock Traders now?
We will be 2 weeks from, let's say, yesterday was Thursday evening, 2 weeks from tonight and last night, we will be at Lakeside Rodeo. Get ready for that one. It has been working hard. It's one of our favorite shows. We've been showing at Lakeside Rodeo since 1997. We will be there, and then you will find us a week later at Koopa Cultural Days at Paula Reservation, that first Saturday and Sunday of May. So we got a double shot coming up. And we're at Palm Springs also. We'll be at Palm Springs this Thursday. We actually had one of our viewers find us last night. That was really neat. Hang out going, you're the guy. That was really cool. That doesn't happen very often, but it has happened. So pretty neat. Otherwise, you will see us at Lakeside in 2 weeks. Get ready for it. Going to be fun. Love that rodeo. Lots of good action.
Cool.
So that's what's going on with Elk Rock Traders right now. Svea,
Yes.
I have a question.
What's up?
It's going to be a business question.
What is the business question? You want to buy needles? You want to buy needles? You want beads?
Well, right now, let's put you in business mode.
Okay.
Do business mode. No, is that business mode?
Okay. Yes. Business
Get your eyebrows ready.
They're already perfect.
Perfect? Okay. Business mode. What's the updates? What's going on with Dancing Bear?
So we are getting ready for powwow at ASU. That's a powwow that I have been going to longer than you have been going to Lakeside Rodeo.
Yeah, but you were showing as a business there that long.
We pretty much were there from the start, Dancing Bear.
There's some technicalities.
No, Dancing Bear has been at the ASU powwow for many years. So ASU powwow is coming up, and I'm the vendor coordinator there, and it's really awesome. Also, actually, this is kind of cool news. It's not really Dancing Bear related. For those of you who know who Elias Not Afraid is, do you know who he is? He's a phenomenal beading artist. The ASU, I don't know how they got in contact, but ASU commissioned him to design the basketball overlay. So there is a beautiful bead design for the basketball court.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is there is there a picture of that?
Let me see. Maybe
I'd like to see that.
I don't know if it is. Oh, here. This is from ASU 365. I don't know if it's going to show the picture of it. But it was. Okay. Let's see here. It says it's a video, but I don't know if it's going to show what the basketball court looks like. So let me see if I can find an image, though. That was kind of, let's see. Images. There has to be something of it. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if it's been revealed yet.
We're going to definitely, when you come back on our next live show after the ASU, we're going to have to look at that. Definitely.
Yeah. So it's definitely not revealed yet, but that's something that's going on. I'm really excited about that. I've followed him. Dancing Bear's been following him, and I've been following him for a while now. He's a really good artist. So that's coming up. And then right after ASU Powwow, we're going to put on our tulip hats, and we're going to be getting ready to leave for a trade show, sending off all our trade show stuff. And like after we get back a week later, we're sending a whole bunch of stuff to our trade show in Chicago. And then I'm going to be flying to Chicago the following, like 2 weeks after that, or a week after that, I'll be flying out to Chicago. And then Robin and Sophia are going to go to Stanford Powwow. I will not be at Stanford Powwow this year. Kind of sad. You will
not be there at all.
Yeah, I will not be there this year because the way the trade show overlaps, I have to go to the trade show, and then Robin and Sophia are going to go to Stanford. So it's going to work out. We have to change a little bit how we do the powwows, but we are going to continue going to the powwows, but we just have to kind of shake things up a little bit with staff and whatnot to make it happen. But if those of you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, I've been working on a beaded tulip logo. So this is all beaded. It's 8x8. And I have to fill in the background all with white beads. But what I'm doing is I'm trying to get with the tulip needles, I have a whole bunch of variations of the logo in different mediums. So because I can bead, I did a tulip logo. And then I have a friend of mine she did the cross stitch logo. And then my same friend, she knows how to knit, and she's doing a tulip logo knitted. And I have another friend who is making a needlepoint tulip design. So exciting stuff. I'm trying to get that all done before the trade show. And it's kind of fun. We're going to be getting a new neon sign for Dancing Bear Indian Trader that's going to announce that we're a tulip distributor.
Nice.
So it's very exciting. And we're also getting our neon sign fixed, finally. So I'm very excited.
This is bead.
It hasn't been lit up for over a year, and I've been trying to contact my my neon repair shop, and turns out they are fans of Brooklyn Boys Pizza, and we saw them and we're like, wait, and she's
You're kidding.
Oh, yeah. So we ran back into her at Brooklyn Boys, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'll fix your sign, just send it up, bring it over. I'm like, oh, thank goodness, because it's been sitting hanging broken. That's why it hasn't been on for a while. So exciting.
I know we were talking earlier before the show, and I was talking about Dancing Bear bead.
Yes, and then I'm eating my ice cream for my dessert.
Dryer. What flavor is that? Mocha almond fudge.
Extra mocha and almond fudge.
I only see one extra. Or is it an extra with the X mix and an extra? X extra.
Oh my goodness. Do you see who is on?
Ah! Happy dance.
Christy, hi.
Hola.
We miss you.
We need to get you on the show with chickens.
We need to do
talk about your chicken ranch.
We need to have your chickens and all that fun stuff. I know.
Yes. Okay. Oh, the party starts. We should invite her on.
Yeah. You want to join us, Christy?
Christy, you want to join us?
She's probably like, it's too late.
No. Let us know. We will send you a link, Christy.
Christy, if you want to join us. But yeah, so we're excited about this. It's gonna be a whole bunch of crazy. Stanford's coming up, trade show coming up, ASU Powell coming up, and then we can breathe for a moment. Oh, and then by the way, we're also working on our Murasaki bead collection. That one, I'm going to be getting all the labels next week. I'm very excited about that. So we've already been tubing a whole bunch of beads. So basically, we're going to be able to launch our bead collection very soon. So
nice.
Okay, that's everything.
Okay, everything. Now the stuff over the week, folks. As we do this, I'm kind of lining up stuff from the website. Usually, we have a nice PowerPoint. I'm able to do it because I'm taking a class on scientific methodology research. We have to write a couple research papers, and some deadlines have shifted. And I ended up working on the paper instead of having thought 2 weeks to finish it. I have till Monday to get a significant amount done. So time I usually spend on the show went to that. Folks, hello, Wicket. Cat butt. Christy says she's in bed. Well, girl, slap on a shirt, put your hair up, put on a hat or whatever, and join the party. Yeah. Okay. Well, we see that tail just flopping by. And it's gone. Those of you who are professors or know people are professors, make a schedule and stick to it, not think, oh, I just update dates so I can go to the beach or something, because you throw us off big time. I was supposed to do a kayak trip next week and I had to cancel it tonight. Don't do that to us. We're slamming when some of us work on that. So keep a foot in reality if you ever become a college professor. And academia has a certain detach that I'm getting a little frustrated with. With that, we're going to have some fun tonight. This is giving me a break because when we get done, I'm going back to that research paper. With that, some personal stuff. Did you see my post from yesterday, Svea? Is your sound off? Did Wicket step on a button? Yeah, your sound's off. You'll have to.
Hello, is it better?
Oh yeah, you're good.
He must have stepped on
communicate in sign language.
He must have stepped on it because he stepped on the keyboard.
Oh yeah, cats do that. Anyway, we're going to be filling it out, but later in this year, we may be looking at, our longtime viewers remember this. We may be looking at December and January, the return of the Bow South expeditions.
Oh, cool.
Normally it's in November. This time it'll be right before Christmas through the first weekend. It's about a 3.5 week trip. So we'd be maybe looking at me doing another Bow South expedition, which is kayaking the lower Colorado River from the western mouth of the Grand Canyon down to the Sea of Cortez, Gulf California, down to Mexico. Some things have changed. There's some logistics, some things to figure out. But I looked at the block in time and it just felt right. So if it's going to be able to happen, some things got to line up. We'll make the announcement this summer. But it's looking fairly likely, and the charity is going to be a new charity this year.
Cool.
And things are starting to happen. I'm starting to having to do medical visitations and stuff. I'm going to start doing through the summer, starting in late June. I'm going to start doing that up in San Bernardino. And so I'll be working with a group up there, just like I work with Coachella Valley Volunteers in Medicine down here in India, Coachella Valley in general. So things are moving forward on that one. So it means I won't be up north this summer, but it'll be a fun thing to share with everybody, with our audience. Other than that, that's all that's going on with me on that one. Should we get to the subject or anything else we got to go over?
I think that we can go forward. I don't really have anything else to share.
Got it.
Besides having fun beading.
With a D, right?
Bead.
Not
like doing this.
Okay. Because that doesn't look like it was done by Chuck Norris.
You know what? I have not beaded in so long that this was actually a lot of fun.
Nice. You gotta love that. You gotta love that when you can actually, when what used to be a chore becomes enjoyable again.
Mm-hmm. And maybe it's kind of nice because it's almost like I had to stop and like do something where I can relax versus just watching TV is still not very relaxing, really, because you're you're not
I'm the point the relaxing does not involve TV sets.
Yeah.
AK computers. Okay. We should probably get to the subject matter. So, yeah, folks, history's been made this week. A lot of crazy things are happening in the world right now, but something amazing happened this week. We sent people on a slingshot around the moon, and they have gone further. This is stuff we're used to reading in history books. A lot of our audience, we were born after the Apollo moon missions. Svea was born like a year. I was born like 5 years after the Apollo moon missions.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Svea, you didn't catch that?
What? You did 6, 7? What?
I just said you were born like a year after the Apollo missions, and I said I was born like 5. You're not listening.
No.
Now are you listening?
Wait, what? I was like, you were like, I heard you say that, but I was just like 5 years. I'm like, it was in 71. That's weird.
I was doing to try to catch you on that one. Okay. Well, if you can't afford to pay attention, just tell me. But
exactly, Christy. She said she's enjoying her ice cream.
Christy, what kind of ice cream are you eating? You should show us.
No, she's saying I was enjoying my ice cream.
Okay. Let's try and get on the show. All right. So, yeah, the Artemis mission. I mean, we used to see this about our parents could be like, yeah, I remember that watching on TV. And we're used to reading this stuff about the moon. And all of a sudden, now it's happening. It's our turn. People went around the moon farther from the Earth. They've driven the furthest from the Earth than any human ever has, and it just happened this week. This Monday.
Theoretically, if you believe in aliens, theoretically, people probably have traveled further than the moon against their will. But these people willingly traveled.
Svea?
Yes?
You have something you want to share with the crowd?
Okay, everyone. I just want to let you guys know. James is an abductee. He did not want to tell you this, but he is an actual abductee. Aren't you, James?
Which one's the crazy cat lady right now at the moment?
The cat butt.
You're talking about, and all of a sudden you keep having to push a cat butt out in front of your camera. You're saying, James is an abductee. There's a certain irony right now. Chrissy says cat butt. And he stepped on your keyboard and your mic's off again. And your mic's still off.
Okay, it should be back now.
Okay. Sure, wicked. Isn't the alien trying to throw you off? He's an agent. Okay. Okay. So let's get to the nitty gritty. If you watched the countdown, folks, you saw that there was just a summary of some of the stuff we've seen. If you got any questions, shoot it out right there. Space Nerd will do it. Yes, Maya, we would love. No, Carol Ann, it is not.
I was waiting. You just spoiled it, Carol Ann. I was going to do something.
Throw it up there. Show what she typed.
Yeah. Carol Ann. Oh, whoops.
Not that one. That will come later.
So, yes, tomorrow is James' birthday. I saw this on my phone yesterday. I'm like, cred. But
thank you, friend.
I did want to announce it today that, hey, it's James' birthday. Everyone should yell and scream and go, yay, it's James' birthday. Oh.
Sorry, Svea.
It's okay. No, Carolyn, yeah, don't worry about it. Didn't know. It's fine.
All good. Thank you very much. Yes, tomorrow I turn 25 times 2.2.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes, Chrissy, mark your calendar. Everyone should mark their calendar so that they know, because he doesn't openly admit his birthday.
I don't share it. Guys, just don't. We're doing it so long. It's more of a habit than anything.
I know. It is kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, I love the dynamics here. In August, we have Svea's birthday episode. She celebrates for 2 weeks. We have this big thing. And it's like somebody's got to point out, hey, it's James' birthday. And James like,
it's like birthday month. It's just not like a birthday day or a week. It's a birthday month.
Yeah. And then when it's James' birthday time, we see James going.
Yes.
Different approaches. Okay. And then what Chrissy said, do you believe that we walked on the moon? I have my tinfoil hat on.
So you're wearing your tinfoil hat in bed right now?
Is that part of your PJs? Are you eating ice cream in bed right now with the tinfoil hat?
Maybe it's a way to style your hair so that you don't have to do anything in the morning. You wake up and you're like, okay, I slept all night with my tinfoil hat on, and I'm going to take it off and be like, oh, my hair, it looks so great.
Is the tinfoil hat part of the Space Force uniform?
What?
I wonder if the tinfoil hat's part of the Space Force uniform. Space Force.
That would be really actually, you know, be really funny is if the astronauts on the Artemis were wearing tinfoil hats.
That would be so
that
great.
Would have been really funny.
The comments. Have you looked at any of the comments from the deniers out there in the conspiracy nuts?
Oh, they're saying it's not real.
It's not real. They're picking on everything from one of the astronauts. Her name being, because I stick with names, and the patient's been kicking up bad this week.
Are they saying that she's AI?
Christina Cook.
And she can't put 3 fingers over her face? I don't know what
No, what is it? Christina Cook, when she was doing where they're doing the interviews and they're in the Artemis capsule, head out to the moon, her hair's like all over. And there's one conspiracy nut that said actually like no woman would have their hair waving up like that. That would pull it.
Internet's disconnected.
You froze.
Let me go and see if I can grab the physical.
Okay, the video just took off. I don't know what's going on, folks. My desktop just crashed. I had to sign back on real quick.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, is my internet off?
No, it was. I'm looking at right there. It says, "Oh my God, James, it froze, and you're making a funny face." That happens a lot. Anyway, yes, my desktop just crashed, and I had to sign on with something else. Right now, Coachella Music Festival is going on right now.
I just assumed that mine crashed, but
no, it was me. Coachella. This happens whenever we have the big music festivals in India, and Coachella starting tonight. Our internet and some things get screwy because of the number of people in town.
Coachella started tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was out there in the Coachella nights. Let's just say when we were talking about tinfoil hat, they're out in force right now where I live. The freaks are out.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were talking about tinfoil hats and the conspiracy nuts.
And you're talking about the girl that would never have her hair look like that?
Yeah. Your hair's kind of out. And this girl's going, no woman would be like that. She would have her hair pulled back. And, you know, how much hairspray did she have to use to get that? And I'm just thinking, if that is your empirical evidence and what your criteria for the denying, wow.
Yeah.
And they're going off on a field day. I mean, no wonder Buzz Aldrin cold cocked what a flat earther once.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the reason is that because it's microgravity. Your hair just doesn't go like that. And That's their choice. Okay. Should we actually start going from the subject to the objective now?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's hope we can make through this without the Coachella weirdness coming over to my computer going boop and crashing the internet. I might have to sign with my cell phone. Okay, let me do a quick screen share. Should have set this up, but working on reports, schoolboy here. Okay, I want to share. Where's the option? Because I don't use it for my desktop. It eats up the RAM, unfortunately. Okay, share, screen, entire screen, that one, share. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a look at some photos and kind of go over it right now. Let's wait for it to come up. Okay, let's share that. Okay, this is actually NASA's page. We're going to start going over it from the basics. Now, those of you, we're going to get a little nerdy. We're going to have some fun with this, but there's anything like there, and that is the SLS, the Space Launch System, wheeling out the Orion capsule, that's sitting right there at top. The Artemis missions is the name of the program. Anything look familiar to that to you? Svea?
Looks like the SpaceX. Looks like, I don't know. Looks like a Russian doll.
No,
like an R2 unit.
Doesn't it look kind of reminiscent of the space shuttle?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think. I think when you're talking about the white space shuttle,
yes.
are you talking about the Apollo one? I don't see the white space shuttle. The one
space shuttle Endeavour and all that. The last mission was flown in 2011.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What's interesting is that, like, with all these advancements, like Starship, where SpaceX has got the Starship, which we've talked about on the show, it's something that looks like from a 1950s sci-fi movie, and they're launching this thing the size of a grain silo on the biggest, most powerful rockets ever made. They're launching out of Texas, the very south coast of Texas. They're launching from it, and it looks definitely like the next generation, but it's like way ahead. It is reinventing the game. But while that's still being developed, back in 2017, there was a directive to start the Artemis missions to put people back on the moon. And unfortunately, the politics being politics, it's reshaped by every president to leave their own impression and all that, and things get shifted around. But at least this was followed through. And what we're seeing is actually, instead of something cutting edge like SpaceX is doing, we're seeing a rehashing of space shuttle era technology.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're seeing is like those solid rocket boosters, those white things on the side of the external fuel tank, which is the orange thing in the middle.
Yeah.
Those were used for the shuttle. And the external fuel tank with the insulation on it, that's left over from the shuttle. This is like a combination of shuttle era and Apollo era stuff. This thing's technically more powerful than the Saturn V rocket that launched the Apollo missions, but it's a rehash. But NASA's known for using old technology because it's proven and reliable, rather than something cutting edge and pushing the envelope.
Yeah,
and that's what it did. So on our countdown, we saw the thing take off. It was separated just like it did on the space shuttle, except the space shuttle's only going up to like anywhere from 150 to 350 miles above the surface of the Earth. This sucker, this thing's going, 250,000 plus miles beyond the Earth.
Yeah.
So that's it. But let's go and look at some photos right there. Just going to get an overview of the mission that happened. Folks, I don't know if you've been following this, but we've got a thing between NASA's page and Wikipedia. Okay, let's just show the quick thing what they did, and we're gonna glad through this because we've got 22 minutes left in the show. Okay, let's bring that down. So this is what they did. They took off from the Earth, flew out about 40 or 60,000 miles to do a slingshot around the Earth to test these systems, because Artemis, the Orion space capsule, this is what they're named, and I believe the crew named it Integrity, the specific name of that Orion capsule, but that Orion, there's a lot of newly developed technologies that they're having to work out the kinks on this thing. The same thing was done with Apollo 11. back famously in 1967, went out and did a slingshot around the moon. And this is what this one's doing, and my camera is all of a sudden jumping around. What?
That wasn't me.
No, that was a great Coachella weekend. So we get the weirdest stuff.
Time for a new computer.
It really is. I'm waiting for some shows so I can buy a new one. Probably build one. Okay, so if we zoom in on this, you can see where it went around. It did a slingshot around the Earth, did a burn so it could go out and do what's called lunar ejecta orbit, and went out and basically did a slingshot around the moon, and then came back and landed here on Earth. Those of you that hate math or think, what use is math? That's math. That's the cool stuff. See, the math nerds, when we were at school, the math nerds, didn't get the girl. And then they grew up and worked for NASA. And, we get to cool stuff. They do this. That is beyond cool. So that's the path that they went around. And the math and the math and the precision to get them where they needed to go, they had to do very few corrective burns to set their course. And that's what they did. And they basically flew back, slingshot around the moon, and then came back to Earth and landed at this point about 6 hours ago. Okay, yes, Christy, nerd time. I put on my Smart James glasses, but I think they're in my truck. Okay. So that's the path they did. And their trajectory was so right on. This was just, it couldn't have gone any better to textbook on this. How textbook perfect this was.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, we covered that part. Now you want to know how crowded this thing is? Have you ever seen pictures of the inside of the Apollo space capsule?
Long time ago.
Okay. It's 3 people in something probably a little wider than your table. It was cramped in there. And this thing's got 60% more volume. But imagine 4 people living for 10 or 11 days in something the size of a minivan.
It's crazy.
With the bathroom being in the floor.
Yeah. That was kind of nuts. That whole situation that they were talking about, how it wasn't. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine like the smell of like.
Oh, it happened. Christina Cook, the female pilot, there was an interview. Okay. Let's show for us when we talk about the bathroom. Because it's just like talk about river talk. Okay, you see them right there in a mock-up of the capsule doing training. You see this right here? I've got the little thing moving around right there. We'll just zoom in. That on the floor, you see that? That's the bathroom. That's the toilet. And you got to remember, when you're microgravity, you're weightless, you're floating around, there is no up or down. Yeah. So they get in there and it provides some privacy, but that thing got stopped up a few times. And Cook, the female, mission specialist, had to go in and she had to like unclog the thing a few times. And I think maybe just because she fit in there or she just volunteered. But one of the interviews, people are asking about the space toilet. And she goes, yes, I had to be a space plumber and unclog it. And the look on her face and the slight roll of the eyes and the slight twitch of the nose shows she's like, I hate, what the hell with this thing? I mean, apparently it smelled up pretty bad a couple of times. And historical perspective, you know how they went to the bathroom during Apollo?
How did they go to the bathroom?
In a bag.
Okay.
In a bag, and they had to
store it,
push it down and store it. At least this time, they got a toilet. So, folks, you want to talk about 1960s and 21st century technology, the 2020s? They didn't have to poop in a bag.
Yep.
But they had a lot of problems with the toilet stopping up. We're getting kind of random right here. Okay. So we got to look at the inside of the capsule. It's not real big, but compared to Apollo, it was pretty luxurious. The 4 people, first Canadian.
It looks like it's bigger than a minivan.
Probably, but look, I mean, all the storage they have in there. I mean, look.
Yeah, it looks like it's maybe like 15 by like 20.
It was actually not that big. You're looking at, here's 2 seats. Here's 2 seats. There's the wall just beyond. And you're looking, imagine the wall. So what you're looking at, that's not real big. And look at all the stuff that's being stored in there too.
Let's see.
Let's see if we get an actual picture of like them actually doing this. See if we actually get an actual picture of the inside of the spacecraft. Okay, we like lots of cool pictures.
Okay.
I'm not seeing the inside.
The diameter was 16.5 feet by 10.8 feet.
Is that the diameter of the capsule or the internal diameter?
I'm looking here right now.
Ooh, here's a good one.
Okay, it says it's about 16.5 feet in diameter. I was too far off. I said about 15 by 20.
Not bad. No, not at all.
I believe it's diameter. That means it's round then, probably, right?
Yes, it's round.
Okay.
It's not like a board cube, which would be kind of cool. So this is actually the inside of them actually working. This is when they're doing, I don't know if they're doing a crew working during flight. Okay. When they have the lights off like that, I don't know if that's when they're actually their designated sleep time, because everything's scheduled. Even their flyby around the moon, when they're taking pictures, where they're taking pictures, of what they're taking pictures of, everything was worked out to the minute. And they rehearsed this on the way up so they could get all the science they can, because they're working with higher quality cameras than what you normally see on the satellites, and you've got humans making the decisions.
Okay, hey, I found a good image of the inside of the capsule.
Yeah, I'm showing right here that's doing that. But let's see what you guys, so we can get a better
let's see here.
A better idea with it.
Trying to make me sign up for the New York Times. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second.
While you're doing that, let's go ahead and look at a couple of viewer questions. Maya asks right there, when was the last time we had astronauts fly anywhere? The International Space Station, every couple times a year. But that's all been in low Earth orbit.
Yeah, they've never been this full thing like this.
Though we are in the era of private space missions, SpaceX has actually launched a few privately funded non-government space missions in their Dragon capsule. And I forget when it was last year, but it was the first humans. They actually flew up in a Dragon capsule. It was 3 people. It was financed by a billionaire who went on it. And they actually did a polar orbit. And a polar orbit, normally we have like equatorial orbits, equatorial, I'm saying that wrong. They go around the Earth like this. A polar orbit goes over North Pole, South Pole, North Pole, South Pole. And they actually went up about over 500 miles, and they actually did a space walk. It was the first private citizen, non-government agency spacewalk ever. And they went up further in orbit than humans had since Apollo. Well, that got blown out of the water this last 10 days. So we're in that era of doing that. And there'll be more because SpaceX has made it happen.
Well, yeah. Christy was asking, didn't it land near us?
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
So it was not far from here. It's about 50. They said it was about 50 miles.
Yeah, a little over 50 miles off the coast of San Diego.
So close by. On the map, though, it looked like it was really far away. Though it looked like it was closer to Hawaii than it was, unless it was different islands.
Let's go over that right quick, since we got that question going right now. Can you bring up a map of the flight path as it re-entered the atmosphere? Can you find that right quick?
Yeah.
I'm going to look right quick, too. Because there's some science to that. Just talking over what they did today was crazy. What happened today and just how fast it did. We should go over that. Let me look at the flight path. Let me know if you find it first.
Oh,
Let me Google it real quick. Folks, while we're looking at this, while we're bringing it up, while Svea's finding it, in the opening video, we should probably bring out the countdown to talk about this. But when they came in, they cruised straight from the moon, circled the Earth, and started coming in at an angle. They came in at 25,000 miles per hour. Typically, like spacecraft returning from the ISS or even the Tiangong Chinese space station, fly back and enter the atmosphere around 15, 17,000 miles per hour. This is 25,000 miles per hour. It is probably the faster, closest to maybe even the Apollo missions. Apollo 13 is the closest that anybody can, that can equate to this. Came in at 25,000 miles an hour, and when it came in at a steep angle, starting around the Hawaiian Islands over about a 2,000 mile course, where it came to the atmosphere and around Hawaii and flew down through the atmosphere over the course of 2,000 miles and finally splashed down off the coast of San Diego. So when it comes in, it's got to go. It's like this.
Okay, so I get it now. So this is where it entered. This is by Hawaii. I was like, oh, like I just saw it from a distance. I'm like, that's not very close, but this is close.
Yeah.
Landing area.
And look at that. It's going from 25,000 miles per hour to 19 miles per hour by the time it finally splashes down with the parachutes deployed in the ocean. That is losing a lot of velocity. That has a lot of energy to slow down. It's all from the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I mean, that is incredible. Matter of fact, there was a lot of concern because the first Orion mission, the first Artemis mission that we did it back in like 21, that went around orbit the moon a few times and then came back. When it came back, it comes at a certain angle, and they had discovered a problem with the heat shield, which is everybody will hopefully knows what a heat shield is. To solve this, to solve the heat shield problem, because there was more ablative and more wear on it than they thought there should be from the first Artemis mission. So this Artemis II, the manned mission, what they actually did is they entered the atmosphere at a steeper angle to cut down. And this is where it's mind-blowing. They cut down at a steeper angle so it would not be heated up by the Earth's atmosphere. That's where we got reentry, all that plasma, and it makes a fireball. It's the same thing when we see shooting stars or meteor.
Mm-hmm.
It came at a steeper angle so it wouldn't be exposed to the heat as long. By doing it, they also make it heat hotter. It got up to over 5,000 degrees, the heat shield today. But that's what they did it. Now get this: from entering the Earth's atmosphere to touchdown, to splash down in the ocean, 13 minutes.
Wow.
They're in space, and then finally hitting the Earth's atmosphere 13 minutes later, landing. That is a fast series of events. Once they hit the Earth's atmosphere, there's like a blackout for 6 minutes because there's so much plasma around the spacecraft from it and losing velocity.
Mm-hmm.
To finally deployment of the chutes, and then land in the ocean. That is a very quick sequence of events.
Yeah.
From almost orbit, low Earth orbit, to splashdown in 13 minutes. Some people take longer poops than that. It takes me that long to drive to Walmart from my house.
Yeah. I was going to show you, I found a picture of the inside of the, let's see, I shared this instead.
Yes.
So this is what the capsule looks like inside. You see it?
Yeah.
So what's nice about this is that at least you can see, like from those pictures we saw, these are those chairs they were sitting in.
Yeah, and I know the chairs fold down flat in there so they can move around, because you don't really need the chairs once you're floating around in space.
Yeah.
They're in the capsule,
Yeah.
which is more room than the Apollo had, but that's still not a lot of room.
No, yeah, it's not a lot of. I mean, they look pretty.
Yeah, they're a
cramped.
good picture.
Oh, I guess there's windows.
Yeah, there's 4 windows.
Because they have to. I'm like wondering how they were looking at, because I really have been just so busy. I've not been able to spend time looking at all the photos and everything. This is really the first time I've had a chance to look at it.
Got it. It's cool stuff. We should see. I mean, should we show some pictures of the main event?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let me get pictures up from NASA's website of what the heck they went there for, and the pictures are crazy cool. Let me get them up. Come on, give me pictures. 76 images. I'm trying to get, let's go to gallery. Okay. A lot of these I can tell you what they are. There'll be some descriptions. So I'm getting it loading up. Okay. Let's share this. Okay. That's legit. Earth in the background. The moon, remember, is 250,000 miles away. If the Earth were the size of a basketball, and I'm probably getting strong folks to fact check me, but off the top of my head, if the Earth was the size of a basketball, the moon would be the size of a baseball, 22 feet away.
Really? Interesting.
Yep, that far, 250,000 plus miles. That is pretty. And this is, you know, when they did a slingshot, you can remember the sun's at certain angles, so there's a lot going on. There's a lot of features. I believe that's their approach, and then you got the Earthrise. That is just amazing. So we're going to cycle through some of the pictures here.
That's really cool. So I don't know if you guys know, my mom is she's watching the show with us.
Cool.
Wait, really quick, Mom.
Hi.
Hi, Chris.
She's usually asleep
Hello,
right now.
hello.
This was enough of an interest for her to stay awake.
Some real pretty stuff tonight. Okay. That's one picture. What we have right here also, astronaut and Artemis pilot Victor Glover pictured here in the Orion spacecraft during the Artemis II lunar flyby. Glover and his fellow crewmates spent approximately 7 hours taking pictures of the Orion windows. So here he is looking out the window, doing some of the observations. And I believe it is the commander right here, the pilot Victor Glover. When they were starting to approach the moon and start their official flyby, and they actually crossed the line where they became officially the first into space that humans have ever traveled, beating Apollo 13. And I do believe it's him. This ribbon, tell me if you ever heard this. He talked about there were two craters that they were coming up on, and the far side of the moon is cratered like crazy because it's facing out, and that's where, you know, the meteors hit. Space debris, whatnot, before, you know, kind of clears and helps protect the Earth. He wanted to name one Integrity after what they named the capsule.
Then they also named one after the wife.
Yep, that's what I was getting to. Is another one of the craters they named after his wife that died from cancer like 4 or 5 years ago. And when they did that, you could hear everything go silent. I was watching Everyday Astronaut, and he's like, dude, I can't hold it in. That was amazing. That broke me. I actually had to get up and walk away from the computer for a minute going, oh, damn, that's beautiful. So that was crazy, and I believe it's him. And with that, not through the pictures, because we are running out of time, folks. And this is we want to get the main event. We're just going to get the space photos right now. This is a telephoto picture. They use Nikon lenses. I don't remember what millimeter. And this is a zoom. The Earth doesn't look this big from the moon. This is a zoom. And remember, they're about 4,000 miles off the surface. A zoom of the Earth. I believe this is the Artemis crew flyby of the moon, the muted Earth with bright light. I'm trying to see if they did this on the way over. If they did this on or setting or Earth rising, depending on the perspective, because they saw it. I think this is the Earth setting as they're going behind the moon. It's from the moon. So that's one of the cool photos they got. If you can see it from the detail in that, matter of fact, let's look at the next one. We have another picture of Earth with another zoom. They're so close, you can tell, you can make out terrain features on the moon.
That's really cool.
Yeah, the craters and the ridges and whatnot, valleys, you can see that, and it's actually got dimension to it. It's not just something you tell it looks like a flat image. You could tell how rough the surface is. They're so close. That's just mind-blowing. And let's get to another one, because some of the best ones were, and these are considered some of the most important photographs and impressive in the history of humanity, in the history of photography. This is, and I'm going to scroll down. This is an eclipse of the moon. The sun behind the moon, and the Earth is behind the moon.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, you can see some of the corona, but actually on the left side, where you look on the left, where it's particularly bright, that's actually light being reflected off the Earth that's lighting up that part.
Wow.
And I mean, these are the people these are humans taking these pictures. It was just crazy how amazing it is. And this was another part of experiment with that. And just really incredible. You can see from the photos right here that they've done, the collection of the photos, and them actually working, and like over here, them actually looking out the window. This has got to be one of the most best documented space missions. And here's another thing that really puts in perspective. This is great. That's looking out the window from the Orion capsule at the moon.
Like you can see the little bit of the lip of the.
Yeah.
It's the frame of the window.
That's a cool picture, though. It's like artistic.
Oh yeah. Look at the color on the moon.
That's cool.
And do you think the moon's made of cheese?
I was thinking about that earlier. That I wonder what people think about that. It's probably not cheese. It's probably just a huge rock. But it looks like cheese.
It's got kind of the coloration of Swiss cheese. You know what? We should have had a time on the show that we show how to make space quesadillas with a tortilla, because you burn on the stove. It kind of looks like the surface of the moon.
Yeah.
Hopefully without all the pitted craters, but you know, Swiss cheese, space quesadillas. So we're at 10:55. I think we just a couple more photos to cover this.
Yeah.
I mean, folks, this, if you want to see these, this is at nasa.gov. This is all public information right here. You got pictures of mission control.
They said that all these things were not real pictures. The conspiracy people, they're saying they're all not real.
Oh yeah, they're having a field day. They're saying, like, you know, the low quality of the streaming. It's like, well, they're streaming from a capsule that's being run by solar panels 250,000 miles away. It's not.
I'm sure they recorded on site, and I bet you the videos that come out of it are going to be much better once they have actual footage versus streaming footage. There's like two totally different things.
Some of the stuff's being done, like some of the 4K footage I got that was being downloaded as much as they can, and their data connection it's good. It ain't super quick. You're going to have better at your own house. But these are the photos they have now. They're just getting the SD cards with the cameras that they took the pictures today, in the last few hours.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is just what's available now. This one's got to be pretty classic. They got to have the eclipse glasses. Because
they're wearing them. Looks like they're wearing them. Okay, maybe they're not wearing them upside down. That's funny, though.
Yeah, they took little eclipse glasses.
But you know what? Those things really protect your eyes. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Oh, yeah.
Because it just doesn't look like they do. I mean, like $1 thing, $2 thing.
It's on the lenses.
Yeah. Whenever
we have a solar eclipse, I have welder's glasses that are great for that. The look, but those ones, it's on the lenses right there to protect your eyes.
Yeah.
But
I just never look. I just look at the shadows on the ground. I do take pictures with my camera on my phone, but that's it. That's not me looking at the thing.
Yeah. Here's a great. Oh God. Oh my God. Look at this. So we're looking the GoPro on one of the solar panels. Where you got that. That's the European support module. I think it's called. You got that thing that flares out. On top of that is the actual capsule, space capsule holding the astronauts, the Orion capsule. And you got the moon and the Earth right there, all three in one shot.
That's cool.
Perspective. I mean, just the history of it is mind-blowing. Yeah. So we're at 10:58. We can only cover so much of this. I don't know if we want to do a follow-up on this one. Should we?
Why don't we put a link so that people can see, they can go and look at the website themselves.
Yeah, let me get that up. So, folks, I'm going to go ahead and kill that, and we'll show that. I'm going to see if I can, because I want to show the StreamYard from the laptop here. Let me go ahead and easier said than done. I'll put up a link and I'll put it in the show.
Actually, why don't I do it right now? It's
go ahead.
NASA.gov.
NASA.gov, or just type in Artemis II and they'll look for NASA's webpage for it with the media. You can see all this. The science is through the roof on this one.
Okay, I'm sharing it right now.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to look at the website, there's lots of images you can see. Download. It looks like you can download them, which is kind of cool. You can have your own copy.
And it's government property, which means they are considered public domain. These are not copyrighted. Images provided from NASA are not copyrighted.
That's nice.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things right about NASA and what it does, its mission and whatnot. There's a lot of things that's the best of us. Yeah. That it really represents and is an enabler like that, really.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So just a quick recap is we're expecting to have people on. We want to fly people to the moon by 2030. Let's do a follow-up. We're going to do a follow-up in the next couple months on this one just to talk about the future of the moon missions, because right now this is just geek out over cool pictures and video tonight for this.
Yeah.
Because it is so recent, like the splashdown that you saw, folks. If you're late watching us, look at the countdown. We have a video compilation all the way from the launch on April 1st, our favorite day, to splashdown. Just let's see, 5, 4. That would be, it's 11 o'clock now. What's the math on that one?
I don't even
4,
know.
6, 8 hours ago, 8.5 hours ago.
Yeah.
On that one, we have a compilation all the way to splashdown on that one, and we're just going, Svea's going, that's cool. James is going, boom. Anyway, we'll do a STEM episode in the next couple months, talking about the future moon missions. Basically, it'll be a part 2 to tonight. Otherwise, that's what we got. I mean, just the science is just a cool picture night on this one.
Yes, we have lots of ideas.
Oh yeah. All right. Next week's episode, Svea is going to be at
Arizona State University.
ASU powwow. So I will be probably flying solo next week. Now I'll see if I can get a guest on that one. After that, I have Lakeside in 2 weeks. You're gonna want to solo that one, or we want to do a replay?
Probably replay, because I'm going to be getting ready for my trade show.
Yeah. So, folks, we're going to have a couple weeks because I've got Lakeside Rodeo and then Paula Cooper Cultural Days back to back. Svea's got business on that one. She's got.
I can probably go on March 8th in the evening. 8th? Yeah. Or yeah, May 8th.
Yeah, I can do that one too.
That will be the completion of our trade show. So I can talk about that. That's going to be really cool.
That would be really cool. Yeah, let's do that. So our next live show with both of us here is going to be May 8th. It is show season for us. We're going to be a little bit hit or miss, but a lot of fun stuff with that one. And hopefully I'll have a good update on the next Bow South expedition with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's always a favorite. So with that, fingers crossed, get my report done and it's all good and get an A on it. It's kind of a major part of my class. Otherwise, this is this week's episode of Late Night Craft Talk.
Hello. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And we really enjoy seeing you guys chat and being involved with our show. It makes it a lot more fun than just James and I talking to each other, because it's not as much fun.
And also, Christy, usually this is the look that Maya gets, because you're like, no, I'm in bed. We gave you an invitation to join the party. Christy. Okay. All right. Looking for the closing credits. Get ready for it, because they're always got. I can never find them quick.
Yeah, Christy liked that. Got to join us sometime, Chrissy. We miss you. We want you to come back on our show.
We want to show you about chickens.
Yes.
All right. You've done the closing credits. Ready, Svea, to dance with us?
Yes.
Look, ready? Here we go. And that's tonight's show.
Oh, ain't he cute?
Remove him. I say everyone I should vote. Remove him from the end credits like that. It should be Princess Leia. Princess Leia right there in the middle. It would be so dang cute.
Says Svea. Or do the Battlestar Galactica. Remember Battlestar Galactica? So say we all.
Sure.
You don't remember that?
No, it's been too way too long.
That's like with the colonists. They have, instead of saying amen with their prayers, they say so say we all, but they're calling
you're
you.
older than me. You're older. Like
A year.
older. No.
1 year.
No, more than a year.
Year and a half.
More than that.
You're okay. You're 50, right?
No.
49.
No. I'm gonna say no to whatever because I'm not gonna tell people my age.
Okay, folks. I'm like a year and 3/4 to 2 years older than Svea, though she was around for the Apollo missions while I hadn't been born yet.
To say he graduated in 92. I graduated in 94.
Do the math on that one, folks.
So it's more than a year and a half.
2.
And I'm also younger. I'm younger than all the people in my class. So it's probably more than 2. Just saying. Okay, everyone.
You're looking at weeks. You're looking at weeks and weeks or a month, and all of a sudden you count that as saying, "Look, folks, I'm in my 20s.
Yeah.
I graduated in the 20th century, in the 1900s."
Oh, I graduated in the 1900s. That's how old I am. James is even older.
Yeah, the 1900s. Just remember, Svea, you're born in the 1900s, so when you get up, it's like.
I know. You know what's crazy? Like my hands, like I'm like, oh, my hands hurt from beating. Like when I pull the needle, I'm like, ooh.
You're old.
I know. Maya knows. Maya and I were on the same page. She's in 94.
The vanity's running so deep right now. It makes me want to get a shovel.
Wow, really?
You're the one stretching the math here. I mean, math sent us to the moon and around.
Okay,
The math
so
don't
we'll
make
talk
it,
about
don't
this
make
off
it
air. We'll talk about this off air now. So anyway, guys, good night.
Good night, folks. See you next week.
time. Bye.